It's been a crazy year. A little hectic. It's fine. No big deal. Alright, so let's talk about what polynomials are. Please open this flappy. You have 3 types that have specific names, and then you have one that's called just a polynomial. Now, what does the word mono mean? One, singular. So a monomial is one term. And terms are separated by plus or minus sign. So an example could be x squared, it could be 2x, it could be 3x. Those are monomials. It could be 3xy. All kinds of crazy things. What is a binomial? If monomial is one term, what would a binomial be? 2 terms. Alright, and a term is separated by a plus or minus sign. So how could we write a binomial?
X minus y.
X minus y. Take a point. What's another way that we could write it? X plus y. Good. Take a point. So x minus y, x plus y. You could also do x plus 2. You could do 3x minus 7. Those are all binomials. So monomial is 1. Binomial is 2. Trinomial is 3. And a polynomial is greater than 3 terms. So 3 terms could be x plus y plus 4. Or 6x squared minus 3x plus 2. So they have to have different exponents. They have to be separated by a plus or minus sign, and they have to be different variables. Because otherwise you could combine them, and that's not a trinomial anymore. And we're going to learn how to factor these. It's going to be awesome. Alright, so more than 3 terms. Could look like that. All right, non-examples. That is not a polynomial. That is not a polynomial. That is not a polynomial. That is a radical, that is an exponential function, and that is a variable in the denominator, and that is a whole different animal. Any questions so far? I hope we get to do our whole lesson today, but we'll see. Ready for the next floppy?
Yeah.
Alright, so the next floppy says, how do you find the degree of a polynomial, and what is the leading coefficient? Well, a degree is the highest exponent. So when you're looking at your polynomial, your largest exponent is your degree. And your leading coefficient is the number in front of the degree. So, number in front of degree. Turn my tower again. So the degree of our first one, the largest exponent, is 1. The leading coefficient, which is the number out front of the degree, is 9. That's it. That's all you do. So for this one, what's our largest exponent? 2. And what is the number out front of the largest exponent? 2. Alright, what about the third one? 3 is the degree, and then 2 is leading coefficient. Good, take a point. And the last one. Now, it doesn't matter what order it's in, but we like to write things in standard form. And standard form is where the highest exponent goes first. So that's negative x cubed plus 15x plus 3. Now, what is the degree here? 3. Good, take a point. And what is the leading coefficient? Negative 1. Awesome. Do you think you could do that on a quiz and or test? If you have practice. How much more practice you need, boo-boo? So maybe if we review it, is that what you're saying? How about I make you do it on the next one? Okay. Alright, so let's talk about how we add polynomials. When you add polynomials, you combine like terms, which means you add the ones with the same exponent. So please open. We have 2 examples, and we're going to look at this one. Now, I personally like to put circles and triangles and stuff around my shapes. Shapes around my problem so that I can see what's what. Now, what you do is you match up the ones that go together, meaning you match up the exponents. So we can only combine 4x cubed with another x cubed. Is there another x cubed over here? Yes. It's the first term. Now, when we add like bases, you do not combine the exponents. You only combine the exponents when you multiply. So here, what are we going to add together? 4 and 1. Good. Take a point. So that would give us 5x cubed. Do not combine the exponents. You only combine the coefficients. Alright, do we have anything to go with 2x squared? What? Negative 5x squared. Good. Take a point. So we would do 2 plus negative 5. And what is 2 plus negative 5? Negative 3x squared. Good. Take a point. Alright, next. Do we have anything to combine with 6x? X. Now, the reason we're saying plus is because this sign in the middle tells us to add. So what is 6x plus x? 7x. And is there anything to combine with that negative 4? Nope, so we just bring it down. Alright, now what is the degree of this polynomial? 3. Take a point. And what is the leading coefficient? Take a point. And what type of polynomial is it? Is it a monomial, trinomial, binomial, or polynomial? Polynomial, because it has more than 3 terms. Do you want to do the next one together, or you think you can do it on your own? Okay. You've got 1 minute. Go. Be super fast. Did anybody get that? Awesome. What type of polynomial is it? Trinomial. Good. All right. And what is our degree? Good. And what's the leading coefficient? Awesome. Take a point. Now, on the subtracting, you do the same exact thing, except you must watch your signs on subtracting. You must watch your signs. Because right here, for example, we have 5 minus a negative 1. Well, when you subtract a negative, what do you end up doing? You add. Good. So what is 5y squared minus negative 1y squared? 6y squared. Good. All right, do we have anything to combine with our 2y? So we would do 2 minus 4y. What's 2 minus 4y? Or 2y minus 4y? Is it a positive or negative 2y? Negative 2y. Good, take a point. And then finally, we have negative 4 minus a negative 3. What's negative 4 minus a negative 3? Negative what? 1. Good. It's negative 4 minus a negative 3. So watch your signs on these. And let's write that on the outside. Watch your signs. All right, let's look at example 4, and then I'm going to give you your homework. Well, first tell me what type of polynomial example 3 was. Trinomial. Okay, what was our degree? And what was our leading coefficient? Good, take a point. All right, see if you can get example 4 without me. Tell me what type of polynomial it is, the degree, and the leading coefficient as well, please. Alright, did you get 2c cubed plus 2c squared plus 4c? Well, I guess we'll finish it tomorrow at the very beginning. But please make sure you do your homework. What are you pointing to? Goodbye, have a great day, make good choices, be good people.